Big tech has a legal and ethical responsibility to make their platform safer for children, but it's also good for their bottom line. Predators sliding into a child's DM. Parents like Dr. Tracy Burkett knew the dangers when she allowed her girls at 13 to join Instagram.
That just seemed like a good point, kind of a milestone, the teen years, and it seemed like a good kind of a rite of passage. And it made me nervous, still does.
Omnicore, a digital marketing agency, found 57 million U.S. teens say Instagram is their preferred social media platform, while 72% of teens use Instagram. This month, Instagram announced a new feature preventing adults from sending messages to people under 18 who do not follow them. Cybersecurity expert Leeza Garber says these companies have an ethical responsibility to protect minors.
While there might not necessarily be a federal law or even a state law about the practice of DMing or communicating on these platforms between minors and adults, these companies do recognize an obligation, and they also recognize, I'm sure, the PR issues surrounding it as well.
Facebook owns Instagram. Last month, Facebook announced they are testing 2 new tools to reduce sharing of child exploitative content. The first is a pop-up shown to people on their apps who search for terms associated with child exploitation, offering ways to get help or the consequences of viewing that content. The second is really a safety alert, warning people who have shared child exploitative content about the legal consequences and the harm to minors. Experts say big tech needs to act before regulators.
They need to interact positively with regulators to not just get on their good side, but help shape the evolution of regulation in this space.
But this mom of 2 teens says technology can only do so much.
They'd had, people try to follow them. So I asked, well, what's your strategy there to decide whether to allow that? And they were smart. They said, well, I checked to see if they know my friends and how many friends, and doing kind of a nice job of vetting.
There are existing laws protecting minors online, including the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act that prohibits companies from collecting the data of children under 13 without their parents' consent. In Washington, I'm Angela Brown.